Archie and Lilibet reunited with their grandfather, King Charles, for the first time in 4 years. Patricia Treble has the details in another royal roundup. So what more can you tell us about this meeting?
I can't actually tell you that much, I'm going to be honest. And they want it that way. So statement came from Buckingham Palace. That in itself is unusual. They met Friday afternoon. It was all the Sussexes, including Meghan, the King and the Queen at the King's private home at Highgrove House. So this is where Harry and William spent much of their childhood. They grew up there. And I think that was deliberate, right? Make everyone at ease. It's also a lot of entrances and exits, so they didn't, as far as we know, nobody got a picture of them. There was an event happening just before. They just kind of slid in with the traffic. And we know it was over in a few hours. So that's what we know.
How big do you think, is this meeting, though? And what does this move meaning forward when it comes to Harry and his relationship, not only with his father, but his brother and the royals? So
I'm going to say it's an important event. It's essential for if they want to reestablish a relationship, but it's a baby step. So, I mean, we're talking a few hours. When you look back, Harry, over the space of 2.5 years, has only met his dad 3 times, maybe for a half day in total. But look, I think this was the big one because they would have had fun. The kids are there. They would have been playing at Highgrove. There's an amazing treehouse there. The gardens are there that Charles loves. There's chickens to feed and stuff like that. I think that was reestablishing the connection, but very private behind the scenes. And now everyone waits, and they wait to see if any news leaks out of what happened there. Because this has happened before, right? They've had the private meetings, and then slowly each side starts talking about it. They want to keep this private. This is kind of what they expect. So the Sussexes are going to have to make sure that their side does not talk about this.
Well, and that's the problem they've had in the past, is that they do end up talking.
They do end up talking. And look, Harry's on a podcast today. He's likely going to be doing James Corden, the World Cup show. He's likely going to be doing it likely this week. They've always got talks. They're always doing paid stuff, and people want to hear about the royals.
Okay, so they'll be watching and waiting to see if Harry talks.
Exactly.
Okay. Was Camilla there?
Yes, Camilla was absolutely there. Yeah.
All right. Let's move to William and Kate, and we showed it off the top, the standing O that they've received at Wimbledon.
Oh, this is lovely. This has become a family tradition. So you've got, the parents and the two oldest kids. So George and Charlotte, they're at Wimbledon. They're enjoying themselves. Louis has said he wants to be a ball boy. He was not there. He's old enough now to come, but might have had just another event. We don't know quite why he wasn't there. I thought they all looked fabulous. They love tennis. And so for this, to see the men's final, and of course, Kate is the patron of the All England Club. So she was there to see the previous day for the women's final.
Dress.
Oh, so Sunday, it was this moss green dress. I'm going to say I cannot wear that. I'm envious of people who can. I thought it looked spectacular. And you're talking about how formal everyone is. So they're in the royal box. Wimbledon sets the rules. Men have to wear a jacket, and you have to wear a tie. So yes, they've got little portable fans. You can put on a Wimbledon hat. They've got sunglasses, stuff like that to take the heat off. But you are there, and until Wimbledon says it's hot enough that you can take off your jackets, you have to sit in your jacket.
Oh, interesting. Okay, there's George there with the fan.
And he's looking.
If you're in the royal box and you're wondering why is a 12-year-old wearing a full suit in this kind of heat,
Wimbledon demands it. So they want a formality to this. But here's the fun thing. Do you notice that they're the only kids in the box? Because only royal children are allowed in the royal box. Otherwise, it's all adult.
All right. Okay. What do you make of the standing ovation, by the way? I mean, Kate is obviously beloved at Wimbledon.
They
so that's
adore
a big
her.
part of it. But do you think that part of that massive ovation was it at all reflective of what went on a couple of days beforehand with Harry back, and this is support for Will and Kate?
I thought it was a bit more than normal. Like you kind of listen to them, and it just seemed thunderous. And I think it was a recognition of that this is the future. You're looking at the kids; they're growing up. They're so much taller than even last time we talked about this, which was a few weeks ago. And I think this is the idea that this is the future. Yeah, it was thunderous, the applause.
You mean they want the Sussexes to hear that applause?
Well, perhaps it's a reaction. I mean, people are speculating that as well. By the way, there's also speculation we might see William later this week. England's through to the Final Four. He could be stateside, right, for the World Cup final.
Semis are on Wednesday. They play. England plays Argentina, and William has said yes. He is president of the FA Cup, of the Football Association. Sorry, he will be in New Jersey if they're in the finals. They've only won once, 1966. His grandmother was in the stands for that win because it was in Britain. So,
all right.
All right.
It'll be a big week. Patricia Treble, thank you as always. Appreciate it.
Thank you.